Good morning, everyone, and thank you for Tomoh for inviting me. So today we'll talk about precision medicine. If you don't know the term, it's okay, because actually the term wasn't exist 7 or 10 years ago. I didn't study it in my medical school. In my residency at Georgetown, I just learned about it when I was a fellow at UCSF a few years ago. Let's just set the land. So what is precision medicine? Actually, it's a term that applied to cancer in the beginning, and now it's applied to different area in healthcare system on different diseases as well. So precision medicine means, as a cancer patient, we take your tumor, your tissue, we study them, we sequence them, we look at the DNA, RNA, apply different method of sequencing, look for a mutation, and then trying to give you the best diagnosis to tell you exactly what type of cancer you have, and then based on that, we give you a precision treatment, if you will. Now I realize it's early in the morning. I'm the first one giving this talk in Tomoh, so let's stay away about technical terms. And I will tell you a non-technical analogy that I learned from one of my best colleagues. Maybe some of you like a kid's movie if you want. So I like The Hobbit, if you watch this movie. In one of the Hobbit movie, if you remember, The Hobbit, I think it's number 2 movie. It was the first time for the Hobbit to see the dragon. So when he saw the dragon first time, the dragon opened his wing, and the Hobbit saw a small defect over its heart. And you know what will come next. Somebody will shoot an arrow, and it will come precisely to this defect and will kill the dragon. And this is what we want to do in precision medicine. We want to see this exact defect in the cancer, in each individual cancer, to shoot it and to hit it and to kill it. And that's what we want to do to our patient. We want to put them in the right track. So what we do to them? We want to put them in with the right teams. Not all cancer created equally, so not all doctors created equally to treat cancer, even if they claim they do. So we want to put them in with the right team, right centers who actually specialize and have the expertise to treat them. And after that, we want to give them the right information, the exact right testing they need to give them the precise diagnosis, and after that, give them the right precision treatment that they need, either for existing therapeutic treatment or put them in some sort of clinical trials. Well, it's not a simple task as it maybe sounds. It's a huge global challenge. Everybody, because we know cancer don't talk to each other, patients don't talk to each other, doctors don't talk to each other most of the time. The ecosystem is fast and fragmented, not only in our countries overall, globally actually. Data isn't shared, and incentives don't align to the work most of the people do. This is one of my favorite quotes in this field. It's like a Greek tragedy. Everybody plays his individual part to perfection. Everybody does what's right by his own life. And the total just doesn't work. And this is true. So, just to tell you throw to you some of the information you might not think about it. As a patient, the patient thinks they know they will inform about their disease. However, and this is from the US data, so you can imagine how it's the thing going in Arab world. 60% of the patients, they just take what their doctor tells them. They don't choose their doctor, they just go to the referral system and they don't search themselves for the kind of doctor or center they treat them. Just go what they've been told to do. 40% of them, they don't know their cancer subtypes. My interest in brain tumors. And in brain tumors, I want to tell you one fact. There is over 126 subtypes of brain cancers. This is only by histology. So you could imagine how much subtypes you have by doing molecular and genetic testing. And this is true for all cancer. Breast cancer, not all the same. Lung cancer, not all the same. So this is just a fact. And so why we want to know all the subtypes? Because we treat them differently. And then 80% of them, they're not familiar what is genomic testing to start with. Biobanking. Maybe it's another term that maybe not many of you know what this means, but it means actually when the surgeon takes the tumor out, okay, when the surgeon takes the tumor out, we save part of it, we bank it to do further testing or to enroll the patient in further clinical trials. Most patients, they don't know if actually this one done for them, and in Saudi Arabia, from my work there 3 years ago, 99.99% is not happening at all. So that is truth, I can tell it to you. 54% of patients, they don't know what precision medicine means. And 84% of them, which don't know what immunotherapy means, which is a new wave of therapy that come into cancer, just don't know it does exist or it happened. When it comes to the data, not sharing, all the circle on the left side, actually they are the big owner of all the cancer data we know, and they don't share it at all. On the right side, these are people who share, but they don't share great data. It's fragmented, it's not curated, it's actually not usable most of the time. 15% of the patients only enroll in clinical trial in the US. Why do you think that? Because they don't want to receive fake drug, and this is what we call placebo. Clinical trial design, half of the people will get the drug, other half will not, and if you are a patient, I don't blame them, I don't want to be in this half. So we really need to improve our clinical trial to make it fair, give the patient the right therapeutic they need. Finally, I know I have maybe 1 minute left. This is what we think it should work. It's a whole integrated system. Nobody can work individually. You really have to focus to make your patient is the first. You direct everything toward them, inform them, and get the data and analytic available to the doc in the clinic. You have to treat tens of patients. You don't want to throw in him all of this big data at once. You make it easily so he can make informed decision. And to help to make more innovative trial and also to push the investment to invest in this field. This is all the challenges we face. I know I'm done, just 22 seconds. This is all what we see. Just let's focus on the last one. This is one patient where we tried to make this happen in Saudi Arabia. Just an example, we have more. A family lost a child from a rare tumor at the age of 8. A second child get a glioblastoma tumor John McCain and others received at the age of 5. She exhausted everything. This is what happened with precision medicine approach. Got tested, got the right therapy. Tumor shrinked by more than 50% in less than a year, and she still survived, and she goes to school after everything was exhausted. And thank you.